For thousands of years, humans have looked up at the night sky and wondered if the stars were destinations, not just decorations. Among all the planets, one world has captured our imagination more than any other. Mars, a cold red desert, visible to the naked eye. A planet that once may have looked like Earth. A world that might have hosted life before our own planet learned how. Today, the question is no longer can we reach Mars? The question is far bigger and far more dangerous. Should we move to Mars? Is Mars humanity's backup planet? A lifeboat for civilization? Or a graveyard waiting? Billions of years ago, Mars was not the dead world we see today. Evidence from orbiters and rovers shows that early Mars had rivers, lakes, and even oceans. Massive channels carved by flowing water still scar the planet's surface. Ancient lake beds, now dry and frozen, have been discovered by NASA's Curiosity and Perseverance rovers. Mars once had a thicker atmosphere, liquid water on the surface, a warmer climate, active volcanoes, and geology. In other words, Mars was once habitable. So what happened? Mars was smaller than Earth. Over time, its core cooled faster. As the core cooled, Mars lost its magnetic field, the invisible shield that protects planets from the sun's radiation. Without that shield, the solar wind slowly stripped Mars' atmosphere away. The planet dried out. The air vanished. The water froze or escaped into space. Mars didn't die suddenly. It faded slowly and silently. If Mars had water, energy, and chemistry, then life becomes possible. NASA's rovers have found organic molecules preserved in ancient rocks, carbon-based compounds essential for life, minerals formed only in water, evidence of long-lasting lakes. In 2018, NASA confirmed the discovery of complex organic molecules in 3-billion-year-old Martian rocks. These molecules are not proof of life, but they're the building blocks life needs. More recently, Perseverance has collected rock samples containing carbonates, sulfates, clay minerals. On Earth, these minerals form in environments rich with microbes. This raises a haunting possibility. Mars may have hosted life long before Earth did. And if life started there, it may still exist today, hidden underground, protected. 1. Water is still there. Radar data shows vast underground ice deposits, enough to cover the planet in a shallow ocean if melted. Frozen water exists at the poles and beneath the surface, even near the equator. 2. Methane mystery. Mars releases seasonal bursts of methane into its atmosphere. On Earth, methane often comes from biological activity. While geological explanations exist, the source is still unknown. 3. Oxygen from thin air. In 2021, NASA's MOXIE experiment successfully produced oxygen from Mars' carbon dioxide atmosphere. This proves future astronauts could generate breathable air locally. 4. Sample return mission. For the first time in history, samples from Mars are being prepared for return to Earth, potentially carrying answers about ancient life. Mars is no longer a mystery planet. It's a world with unfinished secrets. The reasons are not simple, and not all of them are noble. 1. Survival of the species. Earth faces real threats: climate change, nuclear war, pandemics, asteroid impacts, artificial intelligence risks. Mars is often called a backup planet, a second home in case Earth becomes unlivable. But Mars is not a lifeboat. It's a construction site in hell. 2. Scientific value. Living on Mars would allow us to study planetary evolution, understand life's origins, test technologies for deeper space travel. 3. Human nature. Humans explora. We always have. From caves to continents to the moon, Mars is the next horizon. But desire does not equal wisdom. This is where reality becomes brutal. 1. The atmosphere will kill you. Mars' atmosphere is 100 times thinner than Earth's and composed mostly of carbon dioxide. Without a suit, a human would lose consciousness in seconds. There is no breathable oxygen, no pressure to protect your body, no ozono layer. Mars is not hostile. Cancer risk. brain damage, DNA mutations, fertility problems. Living on Mars would likely require underground habitats. 3. Gravity will change humans. Mars' gravity is only 38% of Earth's. Over time, humans would experience bone loss, muscle weakening, cardiovascular changes, possibly altered skeletal growth in children. Martian humans may eventually no longer be able to return to Earth. Mars is not just physically dangerous, it's mentally brutal. Imagine no blue sky, no oceans, no trees, no animals, no weather you recognize. Days are longer. Years are nearly twice as long. Communication with Earth can take up to 22 minutes one way. You're not exploring. You are isolated on another world. Psychologists believe long-term Mars settlers would face extreme loneliness, depression, identity loss, social breakdown. Mars is not a colony. It is confinement. Terraforming Mars, making it Earth-like, is one of humanity's biggest dreams. But science is unforgiving. To terraform Mars, we would need to thicken the atmosphere, warm the planet, restore liquid water, create a magnetic shield. NASA estimates this would take thousands to millions of years, even with technology we do not yet possess. Mars is not waiting for us. It is resisting us. So should we move to Mars? The honest answer is complicated. Mars should not be an escape from Earth. It should be a lesson. Mars shows us what happens when a planet loses its protection. Water disappears. Climate collapses. Because if we fail on Earth, Mars will not forgive us. The red planet is not our escape. It is our test. If you want more deep, cinematic space documentaries that explore the real future of humanity beyond Earth, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And tell us in the comments, should humans move to Mars or fix Earth first? The universe is watching.